everything back up.
You should have one viewer right now.
That's showing 0. Oh, probably be lag time. Yeah. Well, I'm not. I haven't started back up on filming yet. Let me try well here for you. We got 5 already back. That was quick. Do what? Okay, I'm going to start that back up. Time lapse that. Yeah, I see some of that stuff though, just is the part that makes me want to completely quit AC work. Good afternoon. Jet, I'm going to screw that up. I don't know if you were on here earlier this morning when we were on, but got my son with me. He just got him back from boot camp with the Marines, and we got a limited amount of time. He wanted to do a video for YouTube, so we're actually filming YouTube video at the same time. And he wanted to do basically like a competition on who could make the best little Halloween related item.
Where's that
Metal
wire?
should be hanging right over here behind me. So we are filming the video, do a little competition between each other, and it'll be up on YouTube. And we decided we'd go live earlier just to see if anybody want to kind of watch these parts doing this. We were on earlier this morning, and we stopped and went ate some lunch.
God.
And then came back. So
I'm just cutting a piece off.
sorry. Well, you know what? It's a good thing that the phone doesn't have smell-o-vision. I'd be losing subscribers left and right. Hey, welcome back, Joey. You too. Let's get this tilted down a little bit more. Ooh. This needs to bend a little bit more. Because I'm getting him up like this. The pliers? Yep. There you go. At the moment, I don't have a super big plan for the yard this year. I wanted to do a whole bunch of pumpkin creatures and stuff. Change some things up and maybe do like another. I did a walk through forest type of thing one year. I'd like to do something again big like that again this year, but we've had so much going on. I'm kind of running out of time on certain things. I don't know if I'll be able to pull off all that stuff. So probably just wind up basically winging it again this year. The wire on the coming up for the arms on this little dude. If that's the wire you're talking about, it's just a. Can't even remember where I got this. It may be a ceiling type of wire. I thought I got this at like I thought I got this at an art store as a kind of an armature wire, but it's pretty flimsy. That's why earlier I was taking it and folding it over and running a drill and then twisting it together to make it a little more stout, so it looked more like this right here. But I bought this stuff so long ago I don't even remember. It's a bad thing. And then what we have on underneath of this is the black wire. You can see them cams over there. It's called a shepherd's hook. They're hanging like plants outside in your garden or whatever. So that's what we use as the main wire structures to do this. I don't know why it is, but I love both of those. I'll start with Cleve's place, and then hers just get me riled up, where I'm just like, irritating, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Irritating me enough to, well, if I could do something else completely different, I would. Whatever. I got a couple jobs scheduled next week that are going to do good.
You just over it. You over it, and so you just like, you want to be able to be at a point that when I do come home, it doesn't matter, you don't have to worry about.
Yeah, I guess that's the biggest thing is like,
That's your biggest frustration right now.
is I'm on vacation and I want to be able to relax on vacation and not get people to make me feel guilty.
That's what I think is the biggest thing.
Why not? I'll run this by you guys that are watching anyway that are on here. So my day job is I do HVAC, AC work, and I basically got thrust into opening my own thing just because of circumstances, and the guy that I worked with quit. Anyway, yada yada, years ago. 4 years ago, and I wound up finding myself doing that full time, which isn't bad, but it's not like what I've always wanted to do my whole life. Anyway, so finally, this is like the first year I've decided to take any kind of vacation time because I never had before. Because we had to go down and get him from San Diego since he was graduating Marine boot camp. And then he is going to be leaving for a 5-year stint pretty much. So I took this week off too, so that's basically 2 weeks that I've finally taken off in forever. And I had someone call me Sunday, and I told them I really couldn't get to him. I was on vacation. They called back again today, complaining because they, whatever. And then I have someone else who's been a customer for years, and she's got a little hotel type of thing, and it had some issues. Their system went bad. We found out about it right before I left. I gave her a bid, and she's not the best spot for money or whatever, but between these two people, just some text messages and calls today, and I'm sitting around here. It's frustrating because they try to make me feel guilty for taking time off to do this, and I just want to be to a point where if I'm on vacation, I'm on vacation, and it doesn't matter. It shouldn't have to be an excuse for my kid's home and he's getting ready to leave for 5 years. I don't know when I'm going to see him again, But if I want to say I'm done, take a vacation, is that too much to ask? Am I a jerk for wanting to be able to take vacation and just have my own time? You guys tell me. I think I'm going to keep that as the base right there. And I'm going to start. Did you ever start your thing back up and film what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I am going to start laying Mache on at this point. So I'll wait. I want to let you do some more because it's going to get messy. Because I'm just going to do the paper towels.
Dude,
smashed in.
my stomach is a mess. Hell.
Almost from all the crap we've been eating since you've been home.
Yeah, it was
No comments. No one's got any opinions on that. They're like, I'm not saying that. I want my AC guy available whenever I call him. Yeah, Bree, I get that. That's the thing. For my shop phone, I got a voicemail. I left a message on there stating that I'm just not available, period, until the 22nd. You have to have time off. You have to. You might still need that. Over here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start laying some paper towel on this thing. And I'm not even going to do his face until tomorrow or the next day. Oh man, I didn't do that right. I should have done like this. Can I twist you like that? but then everything's off. I can't do that. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. I wanted that crease in the center. Goofball. Oh well, I'll figure it out. It'll look weird, but I'll do it. I might have to do a little play on the face.
I think you've got a time delay.
Yeah, there is a time delay. Yeah. All right. So since we're filming at the same time, let's take this off time lapse and go to video. There's some residual smell. All right, so what a lot of you guys see in other videos is standard strip mache over this part, these armatures and stuff. And this time I'm trying something a little bit different. It's going to go against everything I normally do. Normally I would strip mache this part up and get like that solid and then do some other stuff. This time I'm just going to take paper towels straight, dip them, clog them down into my mache paste, and I'm just going to kind of glue these paper towels on to what I have here. They should be gnarly. They should make kind of a cool bark texture. Hopefully it looks and it works out okay. We're going to find out, and you guys are going to find out right along with me. Dude, so there's such a lag time.
You just now.
Yeah, because I'm filming that up there. We can see it here on live, and then watching your deal on live down here. That's really, really strange to see yourself in.
Like, the past?
Yeah.
No, that must be it.
Yeah, I think the mailman's here. I go to Cleve's tomorrow. I'm going to make this as fast as possible. Pull these apart. I guess I'll set this over here too between us. Are you gonna stick this thing back on him, or is it staying off forever?
I think it might be on. Oh, exactly. This thing off forever. I don't want it. You can have it.
I'll stick it on something later on. I don't even know if I'm gonna tear the edges or not the way I want to do this. I might as well probably, I guess, tear at least the top and bottom edges. I'm not sure how well it's gonna work. I don't know how good it's gonna work. About to find out though. I guess I'll tear the tops and bottoms off. Mm-hmm. Well, is anybody out there working on anything? I know someone was on earlier talking about they're just getting ready to start their cotton ball pumpkins that we did on live class a few weeks ago. Getting pretty close to Halloween. We're running out of time to be making and throwing things together.
We're so far behind.
I hate it when he sits up there and just barks. Well, we're about,
About a minute behind, about
yeah,
30 seconds.
we're a minute to 30 seconds behind. Somewhere around there. Seven people watching. Hello. Oh. I was getting ready to go to sleep, and I was like, why is it going to go to sleep? And then I realized it's not filming because I'm just doing this. Now let's see what happens. Okay. Hopefully this works out okay. This may be an epic fail. Oh yeah, all that glue's already settled in the bottom of this. Let's get that stirred back up. So I'm going at this one a lot different. Than I normally do. And I'm just going to take these paper towels and dip them into the paste. Let them soak up and they're all just kind of wet. And you guys, I just messed my hands up, you guys can't see, but anyway, I'm just dipping it straight into the paste and just kind of squeezing some of it out, and it's all gnarly and together, and then I'm just going to lay this stuff down on top, hoping that it dries up in a cool, barky, textury type of thing. Lupin's working on a cotton ball pumpkin. Awesome. No, I haven't seen Better Call Saul. I heard it's pretty good. I probably need to watch it. Yes, Kathy, this is our proud Marine who is home for, well, he's home for a little over the 10 days because he's helping with recruiter's assistance. So we have him just a little bit longer. He wanted to do a Halloween challenge, and he wanted it to be a YouTube video to make the throw up on YouTube. So that's what we're in the process of doing. We've got some other cameras going on filming this work, and then we threw you guys on live to see if anybody just wanted to hang out and watch us kind of do this stuff, since I've only got him for a short amount of time. But yep, this is the Marine. Yeah, Joey, it'd be rough being outside, man. The bugs and all the heat are just something else. It's something else for us, too. I've always kind of had a spot inside. My wife tolerated, she was pretty good in the past, because I actually did stuff upstairs in our living room and stuff, but now we've kind of got this craft room made up. It helps out. Get a big throw, Grunda. If you run to Harbor Freight, they've got those. I think you can buy what was that thing, like 10 by 15 or 10 by 10, whatever throw. A paint tarp deal, throw tarp deal, you can throw it down. They're pretty cheap. They're only like 12 or 13 bucks, and they can cover a big area. So if you're super messy, you can kind of keep the house clean a little bit. Kathy says, thank you for serving. Talking to you. So Dad was a World War II Marine. USA is lucky to have you. Well, thank you, Kathy. He says thank you as well. Yes. Well, let's see. What can you guys see? So, yeah, back over here, those are some skulls that I made from foam wig heads that I was using on some ground breakers. That's a paper mache skull thing over there. And then some of those were the foam things I was experimenting with. Then the skulls, though, back off over there, those are just plastic skulls that I've bought to do other stuff with to make things move on faster. But the snowman is for sure. There's a witch thing over here. Lila Carve. Is that one? She's on Facebook, and she makes some awesome little Halloween decorations and stuff. And I actually got that from her. I bought it off of her a few years ago. I really thought it was pretty neat. Then up in the windowsill over there, there's like a little pumpkin-headed, wraithy type of guy thing. It's small. It was supposed to be a tabletop deal that I started a long time ago and never finished. So, yeah. So I think that's all you can see. I'm not sure. There's a spell book up here that I did. Yeah, some potion bottles and some other things. But I'm not all sure what's in your line of sight.
not sure. Let me see right there.
We'll see.
Not there.
No.
Okay, not one.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, the pumpkin is, yep. Yes, you can't see beyond back over there.
I knew what you were going off of.
I don't know, dude, how this is going to work out. Yeah, doing it this way. And these got texture to them too, which sucks. It's almost like I need to tear them like this and run these texture lines up right along with this stuff so it doesn't.
So it looks like it's
Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Because that stuff going to the side is killing me. Thanks, man. It took a while to get a work area, but it's actually kind of small down here. So if I got to do like bigger projects, especially anything that's going to be taller, I wind up having to go outside to the garage or whatever. But I try not to work outside a lot either, just because of the sun and all that stuff, man. Beating down on your projects while you're trying to work can be a pain. Yeah, so that means I'm going to have to tear these tops off too. So it all blends better. I was hoping I could do this way and it'd be haphazardly and sloppy and fast and still give me a cool look, and I don't know if that's going to be the
outcome.
Yeah. Dude, that's for sure, Lupin. Having a spot where you don't have to clean up your mess or whatever and set it back down, and you can just work and watch. That's a huge help. I mean, trust me, I appreciate the fact that I do have this down here, so I'm not having to clean up all the time. But then you get lazy sometimes and you don't clean up, and then all of a sudden you come down and your work area is this huge, horrible mess. And then you have to stop and take time to clean that up.
Once it floods, you just get to go 100% flood.
Mm-hmm. Which that sucks too.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to keep my room halfway pretty for YouTube background. I wouldn't want everybody to see how much of a slob life really is. They said you got to keep your room pretty for YouTube, though. I'm like, yeah. Before you move to doing this stuff, yeah, we're gonna have to get some tin foil from upstairs or something to put down because you'll glue it to the table.
That's not cool, man. Just make you a stationary.
Because I'm going to glue this to this plastic piece, but I'll be able to break it off.
Right.
There is a lot of hidden stuff behind the camera, that's for sure. And see, depending on how this looks and feels as it dries up, I might have to do a couple weird layers like this. It all depends on how it kind of dries tonight, yeah. What it looks like tomorrow.
Right. How thick did you have yours?
My what, one base?
Yeah, before you started, because you were kind of figuring out when I add paper towels to it too.
Right, so I normally though, like I'll try to fatten everything out as much as possible or whatever. You know, I really try to grab that shape.
Right.
So I was probably like where you're at right now, you know, and then I decided, hell with it, I'm going to see what I can bulk out with, you know. So basically what I'm doing what I'm experimenting with is fast.
Speed.
Right. Yeah. You know, we don't have much time, what can I do? And can I still, will it still look
Decent.
Yes.
But my question is, should I put paper towels on this stuff yet, or just wait and give a whole base?
If you're going to start macheing this, I would mache all this. You're going to get this up here, I would kind of get them pulled up on this a little bit.
Okay.
But I wouldn't mache up on it until you got your arms pulled all the way around, you know, all those bends done where they are going to be, right? And place into place, and then I would say we can mache from there. That way you're kind of macheing them into place, right? Kind of gluing them down where they need to be.
Well, I was wondering when you put like paper, newspapers on those right now, or just wait till I'm getting.
Or you can, I mean, you can bulk up a little bit here with some newspaper or whatever, come up. Because you're probably going to start winding up being pretty thin up here to the top, right? Where your hands are going to be. It's going to be a little thicker up here, but then these are going to be real thin as it gets to there. Or if you don't, if you bulk it up too much, it's going to look funky like the. All of a sudden, you're going to have these fat arms down there that aren't going to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Right. Who's the stud muffin? This is my son, Cam. He's the one that I've talked about that joined the Marines. And we just brought him home. He just graduated basic boot camp. Just got done with boot camp. Got him home for a little while, and he's back off again to start his 5 years with those guys.
You had long hair all through your senior year until right before you had cut off to go.
Mm-hmm.
Shocking. That's why in your senior, your graduation pictures is super short.
Yep.
But otherwise, throughout the whole year, it was long.
Yes, because it was right before I graduated and took off to go for Shockwave.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get a tinsel.
And I just bring it downstairs and I basically have to tear off. I'm gonna unplug this thing, get out of the way. And tear off a piece and set it all over the counter. And then you can, yes, he does exactly right.
You need chairs that roll.
Yep. Did it stop again?
Yeah.
Well, we might as well stop it for now anyway. I don't understand what's going on with that thing.
It's just like it just keeps on and turn off. Had it up and running for like 40 some minutes. It's crazy. We've been down here for 40 minutes already.
Oh, since we started back up again?
Yeah. Longer than that.
Yeah, 44. So yeah, we've been just from, and we were down here a little bit before we went live, so we've been another 44 minutes live on YouTube.
Doesn't it feel that long?
No, it doesn't. Okay, this can get paused for now. I'll start you back up in a minute. Ha ha. Right, mm-hmm. Joey, his MOS, I don't know his, the number classification, but he's in intelligence. So he's got top secret security clearances and all that stuff. Do you remember your MOS numbers?
0231, I'm pretty sure.
So it's 0231 is his actual MOS numbers.
I'm pretty sure that's what mine is. Shoot, I have my MOS number here upstairs. It's playing all through boot camp. They never told us what it was. Well, actually, when I had to go do a special screening, they told me, but
right.
I did it with the haze. Ooh. I said it's worse on camera.
Do what?
Look. Is that worse on the camera? Yeah, I guess that's worse on the camera.
Well, that's not the reflective side.
Yeah, but it seems to this side.
You might get two pieces.
Oh well. That seems to kill it as much. You know what I should have one done?
Take a grinder to one side of it.
Grinder side of what?
To one side of that.
Yeah, I should have went bulk fuel and went reservist and got taught. You just got we got taught that because those bulk fuel specialists can make 6 figures on an airplane, on an airfield. We have a kid who is a bulk fuel specialist, and his MLS trained 6 weeks, and then he's a reservist at the same time. So he doesn't make the best of his opportunity.
So they'll make up to 6 figures fueling jets.
Yeah, for like airlines and stuff.
That's crazy.
For him being reservist too, he can work at an airline full time doing that.
Right.
And then just go in when he has to. I think, well, my job would be fun in that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll work more.
I wish I would have known that when I was young. I would have taken on a job fueling jets.
It's funny, he didn't know that until we were told. Because someone who was like a career advisor was talking to us about the opportunities and stuff you have afterwards.
Yeah, so totally looping. I'm putting them in there to get maximum. I'm soaking them in because I'm cheating it. Like you can totally do where you spread the paste on first and put it on and put it down afterwards. Just like strip mache, right? Totally do it the same way. However, I'm like trying to cheat this and make this thing go fast. And what I'm doing is just dipping it in the mache paste, saturating it, and then throwing it on kind of haphazardly and letting that paper towel crinkle up. I'm trying to achieve hopefully some kind of a barky, viney texture fast, where we do one layer of this, it dries up, and then it looks like a vine and not have to come back over with any kind of a clay or anything else. I haven't really done it this way before. I know some people that do, so I just want to try it and see how it was going to work. And this seemed the perfect time to experiment with those ideas. I've got 3 kids in total. One is 22, and he is working on being a coach for football. Cam here just turned 19. He's our Marine. And then my daughter is still in high school. And you gotta squeeze it out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You want to squeeze out quite a bit of it. So you're dropping it in there, soaking it up, and squeezing out most of it.
I didn't do that for the very first one, just put on here.
See, because I've been basically putting the whole sheet in, right? Squeezing out a lot of the excess, and then I've been tearing my strips off of this. And then trying to be smart. Like, I'm going to have to come back and hit, because this looks funky right here, so I'm going to have to lay another one here, because I changed what right in front over here. See how you can see this stuff?
No, leave that stuff.
Well, no, see this? You can see the line.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, right? So,
No, I was probably trying like this or here, like that.
Yeah,
like
no.
a line type of
Yeah.
material.
so. You were creative today.
Dirt.
I'm not sure. I get the same thing, or I don't know if it's that, or if it's I got two different kinds of type bond mixed into there.
Now, if it was 3 weeks ago, I would definitely say it was for sure hurt for me.
Yeah, no, but see, the glue's already settled to the bottom again too. I think that type bond 3 settles really fast. Because it's supposed to be more. Technically, it's supposed to be more weather resistant than. Clickly mouse. There it goes. It has a big reaction. Something's going on with that. I need a different computer that's faster. For sure. Yeah, I want to. I'm going to experiment with some concrete and I'm basically going to try to do a different version of my clay, paper clay, and use concrete and see how good of a moldable, sculptable concrete type of thing I can come up with. Just to play around and see what I can do with that. Because once you make it out of concrete, you don't have to worry about nothing. See if I can hear these flies down here. I don't understand where they came from.
Yeah, how old we've been? I think we've been winning almost when like Brad would have won before.
Probably so. I think they're close to the same age. That'd be pretty crazy if they actually were. I didn't remember each other. It's quiet.
Right here
Mm-hmm.
in the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was one thing too. Whenever you were gone for a while, the house was quieter.
Definitely during the day if you were home.
Uh-huh. Yeah, see, I've been getting that too.
Yeah, we're so.
Yeah. I think that's something in the type bomb 30.
You know what's going to be really crazy for you is going to be super quiet if you're not.
It's gonna be. Once everybody's gone, it's gonna be crazy quiet.
As I'm gone, you won't have free here in the day. If you're not like work on something, you're just gonna be alone.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'll probably get busy with work again, but that would be the awesome thing. Would be is get enough views on YouTube and get enough supporters that sit around and make videos all day long. That would be awesome.
I find this funny because we were told, that putting your parents will get born, and then it's like, our senior was like, today was, the same thing, you're trying to call my parents now, it's, how have you been, how's mom been? I'm like, well, it's just gonna happen with age, and if you guys aren't, if you don't choose to talk to them about how things are actually going,
Mm-hmm.
if you just make short little phone calls, it's gonna be boring every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the relationship you have with your family.
Yeah, if you're not really interested in, if you're the type of person that isn't really interested in what the family's doing or whatever, those things would be boring.
That's kind of how it makes these quick stops.
Yeah, he makes super fast stops, like.
That's where that's just difference between how families are. Because how they're like, yo, you'll get bored of your family for like 4 or 5 minutes.
How long? Family day?
Yeah. Or you'll get frustrated with them because they don't understand. So, it's like, well, why would you expect them to understand? I mean, I know you guys aren't completely oblivious, so it's like, there's no way you can't understand unless you go through it,
Mm-hmm. I think that's gonna look pretty cool. I may have to do, depending on how it dries up, I might have to do a couple more in it to pull some of this together, but. These are all pretty much old comments because Craig and Snow with Adam, this last one was right there talking about PVA glue and stuff and concrete.
I think we should just start using mud.
Mud. Mud.
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny. So like on Crucible, we had it like candy paint. Candy paint's just makeup.
Right.
It's really just like a makeup kit. It's like Halloween makeup. But some people would put it on so thick. Person looked like Shrek. Some people
That's pretty funny. Drill sergeant still doesn't look like Shrek.
Yeah. Anytime someone refers Josh Hunter by just her name, like, oh, you guys must be best friends. You must be your buddy. You must not be your sergeant.
Joey, so that all depends. Drying time always depends. It depends on how much humidity you got going on in your particular area, whether you're trying to leave things outside or inside to dry. This is going to stay inside to dry. That's always the best. If you have an air conditioner or whatever, inside the house is the best place for it to dry because your air conditioner removes humidity out of the air. So it helps draw that moisture out of your projects. And then if you have a dehumidifier too, if you can set a dehumidifier in the room with your projects to pull more moisture out, they dry even faster. I imagine by tomorrow morning these should be pretty hard to the touch, pretty decent to the touch, where I can work and do some more things with them. But I would say to really get it to truly dry all the way through and cure out, probably 2 to 3 days. That's the only other issue is all these get done in time to cure out so you can actually paint and do something for your god. Or they'll have to judge them in the raw as a design.
Well, you see, I'll have enough time. It's just you're gonna be busy too. Next week. And it's just making sure we have time to spend with mom.
Yep.
I doubt he keeps. There's no way to keep all of his work. So
Oh!
that's weird. At least one's funny.
That's why it's being noisy.
Dude, you broke. Way too obvious.
Oh.
I was just gonna think, is your chair moving?
No.
Messed that one up. Expose yourself to everyone.
Great balls of fire. Oh, I was looking at my phone yesterday and they had this scene from the new Top Gun. It looked pretty cool, and I was like, oh, they were showing too much. I'm like, I gotta stop this because this is a pretty intense scene. Yeah, and I don't want to. I don't want to see this before seeing the show. This is so hard for me to do, man. Because I'm like, I'm such a perfectionist half the time when I'm doing all this stuff. That like just kind of throwing this paper towel on here and letting it do its own thing. And not really controlling what it's doing. Yeah, that's, I find myself having a hard time with that.
I was trying to smooth it all out too much.
Because man, it's really it makes these kind of interesting textures, and then I just want to try to force the other side to do certain things, and then I have to sit back and look at it and be like, okay, well, it's starting to look pretty cool, but it's hard to. Thanks, Joey. Yeah, the texture looks pretty cool. It's just I'm a control freak. You know, when I'm sculpting and doing things, and generally I try to have control of every little detail or whatever, and I'm just letting these paper towels create themselves, and it's. I was just telling Cam, you may have been able to hear me or not, but it's hard for me just to let the way the paper towel lays down to just become the texture of it or whatever. It's tough for me to do. Craig, no, so we didn't make the pumpkins. Since I got my son here from, he's on leave since he's graduated the Marine Corps, and he wanted to do a YouTube video with me and wanted to make it a competition type of deal. So I went to Michael's yesterday. We bought some pre-made supplies. The pumpkins were one of those things. Just because we we would not have had time to have made pumpkins and let them dry up and then do all this stuff. Would never gotten done. I'm trying to get this all accomplished in the time frame that he's home before he has to leave again. So I cheated the pumpkins. Normally I would have made the pumpkins, just not this time around. But dude, I mean, as far as much as me having a hard time letting this stuff do its own thing, that looks pretty freaking cool. I just hope it dries up halfway strong.
Halfway stable.
Yeah. Because that really has a... Yeah, that's got a cool look to it. Man, it's just got a gnarly texture to it. I like it. Okay, what else have I missed? IKR. Hello, everyone. Hugs from France. Hey, I will never pronounce your name. Craig is there. Welcome. Thanks a lot. Cowboys. What's up, Keith? Not making stems, man. Making, it's hard to see, bro. So this is our Marine. I brought him home, so he's home for 10 days or so. He wanted to do a YouTube video. He knows that I'm trying to get YouTube to take off and my ambitions with that. So I took my time off of work so I could spend it with him while he was home before he leaves for 5 years, and he was like, well, I want to do a YouTube video with you. So I said, cool, let's do one. He's like, I want to do a competition, so we turned it to a competition. We're both making this kind of like the other thing I made before, but we kept the parameters with. I went and bought these pumpkins and stuff. They only be so high, so they're not super big, so we could get them done faster. So it's basically a Halloween-related, smaller deal that we could make together in the 10 to 15 days that he's here. See if we can get them all the way through, completed and finished at the same time. Which oh my God, didn't film any of that. Are you kidding me? Oh,
man.
I can't believe. So at the same time, dude, I am filming this for YouTube. Because this was going to be a YouTube video, right? Not a live thing. I'm actually going to do a YouTube video about this, about us doing this. And then when these are all said and done and I put this up on YouTube, you guys as viewers are going to vote on which one of these that you think is the best. So I don't need to do that. I'm going to pull this together. I got to hang with me. I'm going to do a little... Right? Please like, subscribe, and share. I am going to, real quick, because I missed a lot of footage, I need to do a little video in here on YouTube. So So I'm going to move to this other camera. All right, so holy cow. We got busy, yo. Look, we're battling this out between the two of us, and I forgot to hit record. And at this point, I don't remember what you guys have seen since then, but I have got stimmage coming all the way up, and we got our little hands for this little baby pumpkin demon that's going to be. Cam's got some stimmage going on in his. His is going to be a vine that's basically tearing the pumpkin apart and devouring itself. That's his idea with that. But anyway, this was just paper towels, and I did it different from what I normally do. I just took a whole paper towel piece like this, do it in the paste, let that get completely saturated, squash some of it out, and then pull it out and tore it apart into my sections, and then just haphazardly laid this, all over the top to create its own textures. So right now that looks pretty cool. Let's pick this up a little bit. That texture looks pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully it dries nice and hard because I like the way this stuff looks, and I don't want to have to go back over this again with other things to harden it up even more. I'm really digging the look. So anyway, we'll see how it's going to pan out once it dries. This crack back here, I'm going to do a little egg carton clay real fast here in the future, and then fill this back in where I gouge this out for the wire to go into. But at this moment, I'm at a stopping point. That's where experience comes in, right? A little bit quicker, a little bit faster than this guy over here. So I'm at a part where this can stop, and I can let this dry before we move on to other things. So I'm pausing while he's going to work. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Holy cow. Hopefully that makes sense whenever it comes out on the video. Lupin says, start over. All right. But I don't have a whole other pumpkin ready to go. I am going to add some more to this bottom side, though. This is going to be glued to this so bad. I got so much extra glue flowing down here.
Right.
There's something about the way this looks that I'm not liking. I think I need to pull a piece in between those two right there, and I think that'll make that be a little more cohesive. I think I'll do that after I get some glue off my hands. Is yours still recording over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're recording like with two different. One phone, well, I'm live on one phone, recording on one phone, and then I bought that webcam for the last time I've been doing the live show, so it's recording his deal over there. Hopefully that footage comes out halfway decent. I don't know. This is gonna be a nightmare to edit and put together.
You should get the other camera once the batteries are charged and just record off that. Just so you have like 4 different things of footage.
Right.
Go from make yourself have a real nightmare.
This should work. I may be able to see sometimes. Well, that depends on how I set up the live streams. There's a way for me to set up a live stream where when it's done, like it holds it somewhere where I can actually edit it and do other things to it. And I don't have that set up now, but I may be able to take and do some, pull up the live stream, watch it again, and then do some screen records on the computer to grab some of that footage. But it just won't be as your angle that you guys are watching from is not the same angle that this other phone over here is doing. It's got a much better view of what I've been doing. You guys are just kind of seeing both of us, and these other ones are a little more close up. Oh man, I got a lot starting to peel off. Okay, I'm gonna put one more piece on this thing, and then I am gonna let it rest because I'm gonna start screwing it up. For sure. For show, for show.
So you are gonna make a little bit of clay.
Yeah, I'm gonna wind up making some egg carton clay in the next day or two. Because egg carton clay is super fast to make.
I can use that one for this.
Yeah, so if you want to bring this down like a stem thing and you want to drape it to it or whatever, you can do that with that. You can even try to do it with your fingers.
Okay.
My little fingers that are going to be on this, I'm going to go ahead and just use the paper towels like we did here. Kind of wrap it around. And when I get here, I'm just going to roll some teeny tiny little bitty, just kind of and let them dry. See what they look like. I'm going to do the same thing with the feet.
Okay.
On it, then I got to figure out how I'm going to carve the face, and I don't know if when I carve the face, like if I opened it up and like do egg carton clay to bring features up on the eyes, and like I do all my other pumpkins and stuff or whatever. So that all depends because we're trying to kind of speed through this too.
Yep.
So we shall see. Dude, you're doing a good job though. I mean, that doesn't look too bad, dude. At all, it looks pretty good. For never ever. Oh, I hate this. So this is. We'll just let you guys know too. Even though, Cam's lived with me forever, and I've done Halloween forever, his entire life. This is really the first time he's made something and done anything with Mache. So for his first time, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, I know we cheated the pumpkins and stuff, but the vine doesn't look bad at all.
You see, I learned from
watching my YouTube videos. Is that it?
Yeah, I'm watching mistakes.
Watching my mistakes.
Yeah. I've had 17 years of 18 years.
Of watching my perfection.
Your perfection. Maybe we need to make that barbecue pit master YouTube channel.
No, we're barbecuing.
Yeah.
Well, you're about to be gone, man.
I know. Shoot, man. All my friends know about that.
And your friends were so funny.
Yeah. No, I'll say the baked beans are correct, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, we do good ribs better than most stuff you can buy, but
baked beans are always pretty good, but those ribs are, man, I'm going to wait. I want this to dry up, and then I'm going to put this layer on after this is dry, or I'm going to crush that stuff, and I don't want to lose this texture I have going on. Those ribs were good, but they weren't as crazy good as those guys were trying to say. Man, do you do pit? You pit boss Jay? You should do that. I'm like, no, dude, no, I'm not that good. I think it was more along the lines because they've been drinking.
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stop right here at once. I'm going to jack this up if I keep messing with it. Gotta know when to stop. Yep, this is the first time Cam has. Didn't you start like a pumpkin with me once and never finished it?
I made one.
You made the base.
No, I got pretty far. I had made a comment with you when I was younger. At least one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there was one time back when he was really young. He sat down and did one deal with me. Then after that, never again.
Never had time though.
So it's always Dad making all the stuff and Dad setting everything up for Halloween.
BS.
Now, you've helped out some.
Help set up Halloween.
Sometimes. Not
9%,
always.
9% of times, because that was my way to be able to scare. I wasn't like Colin, who just didn't set up Halloween. I wanted to scare kids. It was fun. That's gonna suck though.
Not being home this year is scary.
I might be able to come home next year. I know where I'm at. If I don't come home, I will save more money too, though.
Yeah. Yeah, let's let that dry up too, dude. And then tomorrow we can work on bending these arms around and stuff and doing some of that junk. We'll go look at Cleve's AC real fast so I can come back and work on this stuff. Oh, let's see. What do we got? What do we got?
Let me see what last one question people have. How many? You got 7 people here? You awesome talking to you.
Yeah, I just got another. I see my. Oh, let me do that. Okay.
That's a question right there, too.
Yep. Thanks, Craig. I mean, absolutely, he's right. He's saying, please, everyone, like, subscribe, share. Costs you nothing, and it helps. It does. It helps out. The liking, sharing, and viewing helps out the algorithm like tenfolds, man. Tenfolds. It pushes. It gets to where it pushes the content and the other content that I have on the channel up further where people are viewing it and stuff more, and helps everything grow. So like, share, subscribe, all that stuff does help. We are going to stop for today right here. Here's where we're at. We'll get a little bit more of a view. I'm digging the vine, the shape of the vine. And then he's going to be the little pumpkin demon thing, right, with the arms and stuff. Cam's is looking super cool too. His vine's coming out good. He's got his arms coming around, and what he plans on doing is on the face here. One hand's going to be gripping this one, one hand's going to be gripping that one, and then kind of like pulling the pumpkin apart. So it's going to look pretty, should look pretty killer. But anyway, we're out of here. We're going to let this stuff dry, and I know it's been early, and it'll probably be early again tomorrow. I'm going to go take care of one customer tomorrow morning. And then we're going to come back and work on this some more. If you guys want us to show up live again, just watch us while we're doing this live, while we're filming all this YouTube stuff. Let me know in the comments. And if there's enough people that say, yep, we want to see it, we will turn live back on so you can watch the complete, unedited, uncensored, unpolished, you see all the stupid crap and stuff.
Also, if you got any questions, just like any questions.
Yes, and that's
about anything. It doesn't have to be about Halloween or
like what Cam's saying too. While you guys are on live, if you have any questions, whether it's Mache, whether it's just Halloween, whatever it is, ask, and we will
most random stuff.
Answer those questions. Until then, man, we'll see you all later.